Good afternoon. I welcome you all to the 2945th lecture of Bangalore Science Forum in collaboration with Bangalore Social Science Forum on behalf of National Education Society. A hearty welcome to our guest speaker, K Damodar Rao. I welcome the Secretary of Social Science Forum, Dr. Pratima, and I welcome Professor Kusuma, who is present here today. Shri K Damodar Rao is an accomplished professional with over 3 decades of experience in the pharmacy industry. His career spans various significant roles in both national and international regions within the marketing and product departments at renowned companies. In addition to his extensive industry experience, he is also a professional in student, individual, family counseling, and a soft skill trainer in communication workshops. He has dedicated nearly 3 years of school and college programs in psychology. Shri Rao has undertaken training assignments for a variety of organizations, including pharmacy companies, mines, BESCOM, colleges, and schools. His certifications are a testament to his commitment to professional development, including a Master Trainer workshop under CEO Master Trainer Incorporated CPD Standard UK, certification in cognitive behavior therapy skill training, life skills training from Banjara Academy and the Department of Psychiatry at NIMHANS, a diploma in personal counseling skills from Banjara Academy, and a diploma in epilepsy care from CBR Network, South Asia, Bangalore University. His educational background includes a science degree from the National College, Bangalore University, and a postgraduate diploma in marketing and business administration from St. Joseph's College, Bangalore. In the field of training and development, Shri Rao focuses on areas such as team building, communication skills, increasing cost versus benefit ratio for corporate goals, on-the-job training, strategic planning, and motivation. Shri Rao is deeply passionate about raising awareness about epilepsy through various public initiatives, including school programs and street plays across different districts of Karnataka. He serves as the Secretary of the Indian Epilepsy Association. So let us all welcome Shri Damodar Rao. Over to you.
Thank you very much, madam. It's a pleasure to be here in our college under the 3 eminent people under here. The first goes to the Einstein, E is equal to mc square. The second person is our own Mahatma Gandhi. The last is our Dr.HN Narasimhayya. When we were in the final year, so we had the opportunity of getting a letter from Dr.HN from US, believe it or not. In the 1967, I'm just talking. He went abroad, we were in the pre-final, and he wrote a letter to all the students of National College, but not print media. It was a handwritten. For every student, believe it or not, 1,250 students, he had put his signature. Maybe how many nights he has taken or how many days, we don't know. Really amazing. And his personality, I tell you, even today, it lingers in our ears. I was just demonstrating to Madam, just about 10 minutes back, what type of interaction we had with the Dr. HN. He's a very eminent scholar, we can call it. He never used to bother about the physics, chemistry, mathematics, or even the science. He's more worried about the moral and health education. Every Friday, he used to call Damodar, you will not go for physics, you can absent. Chemistry class, you can absent. Mathematics, you can absent, but not for moral and health education. It was a Friday, every Friday, believe it or not, between 4:30 to 5:30. the attendance was mandatory. Apart from it, he used to bring eminent people to speak not on science, not on physics, in the morality, health. Definitely, I think it's something amazing it's not in India, even in the world. When I went to present a paper in Geneva, WHO, in the year 1996, under the auspices of Nimans and other people, I was supposed to go with a doctor. But they said, Damodar Rao will go and represent the WHO from the college. I was also a student of doing a postgraduate level. I was also doing a psychology. So in that period, we also had a director, Nimans, Dr. K.S. Mani. He said, let this person go there and present a paper. On what? The non-medical issue called the patient forum. That was an opportunity both, I can tell you, what we learned in the college is exactly additional to what we are going to learn today. So my subject, of course, Madam has already clearly mentioned it. It's nothing but a life purpose and the coach. Before that, I'm going to use both the whiteboard as well as your own presence. So I'm sure I may call one or two people here and there, probably understand what is this particular subject called life skill. So let me interact with all of you. What do you think the life skills supposed to be? Anyone can say, or I will add for that. What do you think the life skills or the essential skills? Even if you are wrong, doesn't matter. Let us understand what do you mean by life skill. Yeah, think Madi. Anybody? Can you add? Anything which comes to your mind. Life skill, any idea?
Getting success in our life.
Okay, good. One he has added, getting success in the life is called life skill. Beautiful. Yeah, somebody wants to add. What do you want to add?
Sir, you said what are the essential skills for life, sir? According to me, those are communication skills, sir. Because if we know something but we don't know how to express it, it is a failure, sir. Learning communication skills is very essential, sir. Because if we talk nicely to others, for example, in any interviews like that, then they won't judge what degrees we have, sir. They'll only see how we'll work and what kind of things we can do and what we'll talk, sir.
Lovely, he has covered half of my subject. Okay. Let's add to what he said. As a student, we also have a lot of things to learn. Okay, let me choose anyone here. You want to add something to that? He said something, learning, understanding, thinking. Can you add any one from your point of it? No idea. Oh, lovely. Give a big hand to him. Discipline. Good. Yeah. ಏನು ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? Experience. Okay. I have a psychology. It's called VAK. What you have in your visual is called visualization. Whatever you hear, the words, music, noise, whatever you hear is auditory. These two are going to combine at the computer in the brain. At the end of a second itself, you will do what is called kinesthetic. What you do, what I wrote, the circle. Okay, let's. Bunny. I'm going to involve everybody, don't worry. ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹುಷಾರಾಗಿ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು, ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಬರೀರಿ. ಹೆಂಗಾರು ಬರೀರಿ, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಜಾಗ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಬರೀರಿ. ಗುಡ್. He wrote the circle, believe it or not, in a way he has already practiced. I never asked to write like this only, but he wrote it. When I ask one more, a boy or a girl, they will write exactly this way. So it could be something called as a clock or anti-clock. Nevertheless, this is what we have in our brain, called the left side of the brain and the right side of the brain. The Sachin Tendulkar, he was very good in practice or play in right hand. He is a hitter. But exactly after some years, he identified he can't take the left side of the bat so fast like right. Why? Any idea? One is practice. Somebody said experience. The most important is your left side of the brain and the right side of the brain is absolutely different. The whole thing starts from the childhood. Let's ask a girl child. Suppose you've seen a delivery of a baby from a pregnant lady. What is the first thing you hear from a child?
Crying.
Why? She said cry. Why? Why the child should cry? Started what? Problem started after the cry. When she cries, we are all happy. Correct? Yeah, we celebrate with a cake. We are all happy. The same baby, imagine, after 100 years, 120 years, the baby, the oxygen which is supposed to be stopped. Baby sleeps. When a baby is sleeping, what we are doing? Baby is happy, we are crying. See the exactly opposite. So the psychology here is, as we start doing, one is called from birth, the other one is called the end of our life. So we see a lot of changes in our behavior. So first time when a baby cries, it's called communication C. The communication starts from the cry. It also stops from the smile when a baby is dead. So the cry is nothing but, in our psychology, starts crying. The crying baby only gets the milk. The crying baby, crying people will always get a lot of attention. The second C is nothing but, there are two thinking. One is Sachin Tendulkar right side, the other side is left side. So what we call today, anybody? Any psychology student, madam, here? I don't think. No psychology, good, I am saved. So one is called left side. Let me imagine that, what is that? There are only two thinking we call it in psychology. One is called creative thinking. The other one is called critical thinking. Here is a person who discovered E is equal to MC squared. Look at his thinking. Even today, it holds good. Energy is equivalent to, in physics, you will come to know about it, what is MC squared. Your ability, concentration. Most important is your critical thinking and creative thinking. So I have covered now C cube. In alphabetical order, we have absolutely next to C, what all we are doing today in fast 5 minutes is your, why you all came here to assemble according to the instruction. We decided to be here That is your decision. For everything, we start with D. We start right from the morning, getting up from the bed, doing the rituals, whatever the things. We go according to our own schedule and be here, or maybe whatever you want, take a decision. We took the decision of joining National College, Basangudi. Why? I don't know. You have the answer. That comes purely because of your three things. Maybe somebody might have informed you, and you as the individual, with your own thinking, maybe you have decided both on the type of critical thinking and your creativity. Maybe if I do my PUC from National College, Bathangudi, then after completion, I can even go for engineering or maybe medical, maybe whatever depends upon your extension, and you choose the college because of your own other aspects. So decision comes exactly after the thinking is over. Now, most important, as we were discussing in the afternoon with a cup of tea, we are all here purely because of two things: emotion, empathy. All our intelligence today, including whether it is in India or outside, we are all working on emotional intelligence, we call it. I don't know how this has come to this. Today, apart from the AI, we have one more thing called, anybody? We talk everything. We decide something. We do it. And then the world is recognizing with a new technology. Anybody? You can add. Anybody? It's called artificial intelligence. It's called AI. So now we are having EI, AI, MI, machine learning. The last is very important. What Dr.HN Narasimha ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಆಗಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ, I remember. It was one of the database that we should collect for the drive for the diabetes in the Visheshapuram area. Every Sunday, we used to go to the house and collect the urine in a small bottle and go to the whatever hospital for the cultural test, take the analysis, see whether it is diabetic positive 1 or 2, something like that. After getting the information with the database, we used to have that Visheshapuram, what is the percentage of diabetes. It was called actually as DDD, Diabetes Detection Drive. It was designed by Dr. Narasimha. Nowhere in the entire colleges, or if you had heard, except the database used to be there only from the diabetologist or endocrinologist. And how the mind worked. So that was his absolutely a creative thinking. So once you have understood the EI, emotional intelligence, in alphabetical order, we have covered almost no A, no B, C, D, E. Now suddenly I jump into the three more called Is there any class for them, madam? If you want to live in between, we don't expect, because our discipline is very important for me. If you come here, attend with your own. There is no any choice here. So once you have come here, you should be here till we have the entire completion. I don't want anyone to leave the class and come to the class. That's all. It's over, okay? I'm very disciplined in that. Most important, I want to take this IPS 3 times. It's not police department. I'm taking one. I stand for interpersonal relationship. So I don't want to lose people going out. That's my relationship. Interpersonal relationship. So in a college, we all come here to learn. For the learning, you have only very specific LR, SP, SW. To learn something, you should listen first. Read. I want pin drop silence. S for anybody? Speak. W for write. Beautiful. So your interpersonal relationship, most important in how do you solve the problem? It's not there in the textbook. Yes. You can go to probably digital library or your friend Dr. Google, search for it, you might get a solution for that. The last three is stand for the S cube. Your self-discipline is very important. Self-desire. Your self-esteem. So a lot of things are there. So all this is coming under my subject called, anybody can guess, life skill. This is according to WHO, 10 things. So it's not discovered by me. It's the WHO standard of all these things. Now we are going to have a small exposure to all this purpose. And the first is, of course, we call it actually as a coach. Hope everybody can see that. I'm going to ask intermediately sometimes some questions and all. Let me see that. It's a purpose is almost important. I'm not here to do everything, except one is called your visual. I may touch upon only one or two. I'm going to touch, very important is, absolutely love towards people, beyond anything else. You must love, I tell you, whatever you do. The most important for us, I learned is passion, love, preeti. Once you have that, whether it's a subject, whether it's a person, whether it is anything else, including your taste. Which are the 5 sensory organs? Before we get into that. Very good. Yeah? Okay. Okay. 5 sensory organs. Heart may not come, lung may not come. Okay. Anybody? Has anybody added skin? Good. Last 5 sensory organs. Which is the most important in this 5 sensory? No? Your brain. Yes or no? Okay, this has been equated now today probably for 5, not the Indriyas, Pancha Pandavas. Why? Imagine the same thing is there in the human being. If you take the revolution, somebody also mentioned your creative thinking and critical thinking is also there in Kauravas. Your probably villains. Anyway, that is something different. I'm going to touch upon your learning start with, of course, listening, reading, speaking, writing. Exactly like this, we have one more thing which I would like to communicate here, is called 4 quadrant, and your entire behavior is coined in this. It's called DEAR. D-E-A-R. Let's understand what it is before we go there. The D stands for your Anybody? It's all psychology. I'm not talking anything else. D for decision. Beautiful. Somebody said. Give a big hand to them. Your determination. Decision. E for? Okay. Good. But the reality of this is there are only two behaviors for a human being, as whether it's a boy or a girl or a lady or a whatever it may be. We call it actually as extrovert and opposite is introvert. Very good. We use this. What does the A stand for? Okay, little bit close. A for? Not apple. We're all here today purely because of Science Forum and Dr.HN association. So this is very much common factor in the psychology. How you associate or dissociate? What is the R stands for? Anybody? R stands for us as a student, for them as a lecturer. R stands for what? One is called result, your result. For me as a parent, your reliability. How far we are reliable. Responsibility, very important. So all these are nothing but a learning. And with this, of course, we jump now. The purpose of coach and help, confidentiality. Somebody can read that. Okay. There is a feeling, I don't know from where it is coming, from our own left side of the brain or the right side, happy and fulfilled. So we all work together, associate together, maybe we decide together to be as a helping and happy. You want to success the master's degree, let us say. Unless until you have that ability, practically you have got to now I had to spend time here. I would like to draw one person here, our friend. Let me see our friend how he is going to use my time in using that. Okay, now he has given a time to write. जल्दी जल्दी करना जल्दी करना यार हाँ बस okay bye good time is there okay now let me see come your work is not over okay he has to write when I say yes triangle reverse of this. What is reverse of this? They are all telling here, you write cone. It's a super intelligent, I tell you. Cone, he wrote the exact cone. I said reverse of this. Maybe I want to do next to next, he has already written. What is this you have written? Please write opposite to this only. Not exact. This is good. What is opposite to this? Here only write. Good. Okay. This is later comes. Who is your best friend? Hey, ek minute. Who is your best friend?
Sir, Sanjay.
Sanjay, yeah? Please call him. Okay, now his task is different. Before he writes, Sanjay has already spent with me, with all of us, probably around 15 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. That's it. Now, what is that you have learned from past 20 minutes? In that, you have to introduce yourself to me and to the group.
Okay.
There are only three things.
Okay.
One is your name. I know college and all. What's your passion? What you want to do? The last and the third is your talent.
My talent. Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
We will give a mic to him.
Can you say my name? What my passion and my talent?
You want to practice, sir?
No, sir.
And then your name, your passion,
My intelligence.
your intelligent, I say.
Talent.
Oh, talent. Okay, time is only 1 minute, not more than a minute. Once it is over, we'll pick up the mic.
Hello everybody, myself Sanjay Das. My passion is helping to any. My passion is social service to poor people, and my talent is. It means I will do every day some drawings for peoples to make them happy. Is that my talent?
Good. So he has introduced himself as the very most talented person, as a artist. Good. You never mentioned what is your passion.
Sir, I mentioned
What do you want to become?
CM, Chief Minister.
Oh, lovely. Give a big hand to her. Chief Minister.
To help poor people.
Okay. Now he has added one more thing. To help poor people. First of all, to become a Chief Minister of Karnataka or whichever the state, what are the basic qualifications required? Basic qualification.
To understanding each other with peoples, and what the problems they had, like that, sir.
Hope his passion is going to be fulfilled, his dream is going to be fulfilled, but he has to work hard. Thank you very much. Okay, now we'll ask one girl student to come here. They're all artists. Any girl, or should I pick up? Anyone. Fast, fast. Time is up. Very simple. No any. What I say, you have to do it. That's all. Good. You have to introduce your name, number one, and we don't want any of your ambition. What is that you like most and what is that you dislike most?
Hello everyone,
Fast.
my name is Kirtana. The thing I like the most is interaction between people. I want people to express their feelings, and I dislike the most is they will talk something other and keep something else in their mind.
Lovely. Okay, now you have here triangle. Opposite to somebody already said cone. But for me it looks little different. Inverted of triangle is cone or whatever it may be. You have to introduce this inside here, that's all. How do you do it? Yeah, writing. She has to introduce that, as somebody said, ice cream, cone, inside the triangle, you will get one more figure. Oh, lovely. Work is over. Put a star here on Chukke. Lovely. That's all. So we are all star performer. These are the basic things that we have, the dynamics of our mind. Today, we don't give the marks for the child. In the first standard or probably even below that or maybe above that, we give double star, single star, 3 star, but there is no film star. But scientifically, there are a lot of brilliant stars going on in the Akash. Okay, in this paragraph, we will understand one thing. Self-actualization is supposed to be the topmost. The second one is called the self-esteem, which I covered it there. The third one called, somebody said, my love and belongingness. The last button is your safety, your needs. The last one is physiological needs. Kindly make a note in your book, this one. Please, all of you, make a note because this is what the learning of this particular life psychology. As she said, she should know what is like and dislike. What exactly the physiological need is every day, every 1 hour. So this is what you are learning out of my talk today. One is called your self-actualization. The second one is called your self-esteem. The third one is called your love and belongingness. The fourth one is your safety. Very, very important. I'd like to repeat that. The last is your physiological need. Time is out. So in a step care therapy, okay, every time when we read a para or a sentence or anything, the most important for us is ಇದಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಾಕು ಸಾಕು ಅದು ಈ ಪ್ಯಾರ ಓಕೆ. Now after knowing all these things, as somebody said, I'll give a small anecdote before we go to the next subject. Very live example of our high school only. One of the students, there are 2 students. One is called the brilliant. The another one is a girl student. Slightly 2% or maybe 3%, little higher marks. For 625, the first rank student is 621 from National High School, let us say, a boy. Exactly, another girl was there, 619, was the second best. We call it a B. And the B here, that means the girl student, time up, huh? Why, madam? Time up. Okay, the 619 is also not very much happy, but still, as compared to 21, she said I lost only 2 marks. Whereas the 21 person, when we interviewed, the boy was not happy, as the girl was 619. When I asked the question, he said, I lost 4 marks. Where? Probably there are only 4 subjects. Your language, you cannot get 100 out of 100. Your Sanskrit, Hindi, English, 1 and 2. So all this, the boy was saying, in everything, language, I would have got either 98 or 99, 98 or 99, not 100. So I am very unhappy, sir, for that. As a counselor, we went there. We asked that, and she said at that time, "Sir, I would like to know how he is able to score 621." Now the calculation comes. For 619, she never answered. But for 621, the boy, when he was interviewed, he said, "Please ask my mother." When we asked mother, he said, "Please come to his room and see his type of paper which is being kept in his room in a question answer paper. Question answer, question answer. For how many years? Anybody can guess? How many years? Somebody said 10. Maybe 5 years or 10 years. It doesn't matter. But the boy said, I lost the mark purely because I never answered 2 years question paper. By that time, the teacher entered and teacher wanted all this question paper, as somebody said, 10 years question paper, please give it to me. Why? Anybody? Why the teacher asked 10 years question paper to be given to her? Any idea? Why? Anyone? Why the teacher, she asked 10 years question paper? That became textbook. You know that? Credibility is 10 years question paper became a textbook and was kept in the digital library. Can you imagine? Now the girl started telling how he was able to answer the 10 years and what period. Then the question came 3 hours before, 3 hours after, that's all. That means 3 hours before coming to the school, 7:30, maximum 8 o'clock, 3 hours before, 4 o'clock or 4:30, 11 o'clock or up to 11:30, he has to read. Okay, that means, what is that in 3 hours before, what is 3 hours next? She asked this boy. He said he revised the questions, not answering. Preparation for the next class. Can you imagine? After going back, revision of the same 3 hours, whatever they had learnt it was practiced. Time is out. Then? Time is not there, you know. Over. Huh? So this exactly shows the practice between and after, whether it's a college or school or professional, whatever may be, if you are able to practice properly, I'm sure you will get your success. As the madam said, the textbook is, even she might not have answered the 10 years question papers. My learning here is, unless until you have the sufficient time and the concentration to get that, and your ability, your timetable. Me and Chetan Bhagat, I don't know how do you remember that gentleman who wrote books and books. We were there in the Nimans to address 1,000 students, including parents. They were given a challenge. How do you prepare yourself in 3 months? Exactly the March 31st is over. 1st of April or 2nd is going to be exam. Your time starts from January 1st. What do? The answer is, you got 3 months. Multiplied by how many days? 30 days. Multiplied by 3 months, 90 days. How many hours can you read? Imagine how many hours can you read? Intact. Say 4 hours, 5 hours, or even 6 hours. Doesn't matter. Plan that 6 into number of days. Put it in the figure. How many subjects you have? What is the syllabus? Text, notes, referral. And then question answer. That means it takes a lot of time. So unless until you have minimum 3 hours per day to practice, multiplied by 100 days, divided by your number of subjects, divided by all the marks. So if you have short period, you cannot get more marks. if you have a lot of energy with you, time with you, and your own belongingness, as somebody said, you can do anything to achieve that particular area. So my understanding here is, let's start working towards the achieving. Every time ಅಲ್ಲೋಬೇಕಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇವತ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್.
Okay, one is called, yeah, one is called the coaching one-to-one. Whatever you do as a, you and your friends, it could be group or it could be even, depends upon your curriculum. Yeah, I was trying to tell you the science behind this, the needs of that start with your certainty and the variety, significance of the connection and the love, growth important with a contribution. These are all, of course, coming to the psychology like rapport building and developing your empathy. I'm skipping this. Normally in any communication, as somebody said, we use only 7% words, 38% as a tone, and your physiology is 55%, imagine. So most important for us to learn here is your body language. Okay, again coming back, as I said, physiology, your posture, physical expression, blinking, breathing, gesture. Your tonality is a voice, pitch, speed, quality, volume is 38%. The words is almost very negligible today. Why? Because of our technology. This is something, of course, I was about to take. Till you have that format, one is called your planning, predictions, perspective, and outcomes. So this is in a small cyclic order. It runs at the summary. What is your conclusion is, it all depends upon okay, one thing I want to make sure that all of you develop one area, which is the key aspect is your confidence, guidance, most important, your improvement and empowerment. This one I want to, little bit of story. Whatever we start putting is one is called pre-contemplation. You should have that primary task resolving. Then is called the primary task, how do you resolve it? Then put an action for that. Then again a maintenance. Last is your recurrence of that particular area. So these are all, of course, covered with natural skills. Maybe sometimes your past reflect also to the present and to the future. Very important is your thinking behavior and how do you evaluate about yourself. And most important, somebody now today, what is that you have that ability to story yourself in your life. Most important today is we are all living with only two values in psychology we called. One is called your belief and the value system. Next is your priority. And as I said, your passions. How do you work for the balance? You are peaceful and content. Try to have a lot of difference. And lastly, your moment in the life. So this we call it actually as a visualization, which already demonstrated. This is what we have to have. Please have a small type of a vision. Understand that fulfillment. Write down in case if it is required. In this, of course, we use what is called short-term goal, immediate goal, and long-term goal. So all of us has to have a small practice, probably in your own passion. What is it you want to achieve in this 1 year? Maybe next 2 years. Maybe afterwards, the last point is your long-term management or a long-term issue. So this takes a lot of time to spend your own thinking analysis. How do you come to the conclusion? And kindly express your feelings, probably whether it is good or bad, to know yourself very well. This is what we call it actually as a mind mapping. It's not so easy. You should have a sort of a mapping in your own vision, how you're going to be a doctor or an engineer or a cost accountant or whatever you have. Can you have a vision in your mind, how you can... So this uses your creativity and also your cultural background. Okay, now the last question is, how do you spark your creativity? Any idea? Just start thinking. One is your motivation or a spark. In any vehicle, do you remember there is one particular instrument called the plug? It's nothing but a spark plug. If there is a small accumulation of that in the spark plug, let us say dust, what's going to happen? The engine will not start. Your first kick will not start. Maybe that particular erosion, whatever is there, it should be cleaned. So like us, our mind also having a lot of functional aspect. And sometimes it is a dysfunctional, as somebody went off, not interested, not hearing, not listening, not learning. So what is there? There is nothing wrong. You can take your own self type of a decision and you can go out. You can come in. But how do you... Your purpose is to achieve the goal. Whether it is a short term or a long term or whatever the term, how do you show it? It is you who have to decide. It is you who have to demonstrate. You are the decision making. I remember it's not the scientist who has said it. The strongest power that we have in our own human system. Anybody? Mind. Nobody can borrow this. Nobody can encash it. It's not available in the bazaar. You have to prepare yourself. You have to follow. There are some science behind this. Probably like that. The big question today, your purpose has to be achieved with your own work, hard work, revision, discover it with all the type of whatever we mentioned about 10 different types of WHO have designed your critical thinking, creative thinking, communication, empathy, interpersonal relationship. You are powerful of problem solving. You have to solve yourself. Nobody can solve for you. The last S is 3. One is your self-discipline, self self-esteem, self-determination, self-acquaintance. You know, the Prime Minister of India today has conquered one only yes. For him, the safety for the people, still is not able to do it. It's not so easy. Out of the 10 WHO, to achieve one in a nation, he has taken probably 2 decades, 3 decades. To understand that, we have taken almost 60 years. He has designed what is E is equal to MC squared. Can you apply? What is your result of E is equal to MC squared? Think it over. Your energy level all depends on you, not on with your neighbor, not with your parents, not with your teacher. It's with you, the self. You have to decide. You have to work for that. Imagination is different from actualization. I said, in my presentation. Before I close, madam, I have only 5 minutes time to conclude. The first important thing is, I want from the group, who can summarize, or what is that you have learned it, you have to come here and say it. Anybody? Any volunteers? Or from there itself we can say. What is that you are able to learn? Or you can say one word. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll start. Yes. In the group, what is that you have learned? Discipline. Very good. Next. Pardon? Punctuality. Very good. Next. Confidence. Good. Out of the 10, start thinking. Tuck, 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 tuck.
Goal.
Good. Very good. Goal. Yeah. Priority. Good. Excellent. Communication is the most basic for a student life. Next. Anybody? The group. Ambition. Good.
Life values.
Put it other way. Very good. Luck. Yes, sir. Doesn't matter from you also. What is that you are able to learn out of the 10 commands? Beautiful. Skill. Yeah. Passion. Determination. D for determination. Beautiful. Yeah. Fast, fast. In the group. I want everybody. Skills. Okay. Planning. Oh, lovely. Good. Problem solving. Stage fear. Lovely. Added. Okay. Clarity.
Self-discipline and confidence.
Self-discipline and confidence. Lovely.
Time management.
Time management. Lovely. Has covered it beautifully. Lovely. Good. Next. Obedience. Good. Practice. Practice. Next. Anybody here in this group, immediately, let us see. Volleyball player? Volleyball? Anybody? Football? Okay. Cricket? Who? Okay, good. Football arrow? Very good. Okay. Now, tell me the difference between volleyball and football. Now the skill. As she said, there are skills. This skill is different from this skill. Okay, let me ask the girl. Normally, there is a creativity in the morning. Moment you get up in the morning and do something in front of your house, what is that? You get up in the morning, you went outside the house, in the house. What is that you do as a girl? Or maybe as a boy, we also do. What is that you do? No. Yes, madam? Beautiful. Give a big hand to her. Rangoli. That is creativity. Why? Why only creativity, Rangoli? Because there is no time, I will stone it. Your handwriting starts, sketch starts, your circle, left side, right side, brain, activity. That entire Rangoli is an art. In Western country, I remember when I was in US, there was the one particular student, he wrote volleyball, football, and he said he's a master in that. He got 10 marks extra. Rangoli, 10 marks. Music, 10 marks. Dance, 10 marks. Why? It's not the college academy. If you're a debater, if you're a writer, if you're a musician, I ask the question as talent. That gives the marks. HN used to call me as one of the designer for the diabetic drive. We took a lot of passion, not for the sake of diabetes. The way, in fact, it works, go to their house, collect, go, lab, test, diagnose, come back, give the result, see the result. We used to go to a blind. What for? They're already blind. As somebody said, I enjoy going to the, for their, whatever the Whitefield, we used to go by our own van, spend time with them, develop relationship. In US, if you take an old man on Saturday and a Sunday and pass this to park, you get extra allowance. You know that? In Germany, I was shocked to know, if your relatives are there, if you have taken care of them, their relationship, and you are with them, bilateral, unilateral, no, together, you get extra allowance. Can you imagine? So all our relationship is important. You have to transform. You're helping nature. Any questions you have? I have asked a lot of questions. I invite questions. Yes, madam. Anything, no problem. Let me understand.
What is the key element the student should learn?
Beautiful. What are the key elements as a student? One is called listening. Vision. When you attain clarity about the auditory and the visual, anything you want to practice, you can do it right now. Suppose you spend time in 1 minute, here only. All of us will close the eyes. For 1 minute, please. Close the eyes. At this time, you have to just listen to the external, your auditory, no vision, only sound. Now slowly open. Okay, now how many of you can recollect what all you are able to hear externally? Can you reproduce? ಏನು ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ ಆಚೆ ಕಡೆ ಕಿವಿ? Very good. ಆಮೇಲೆ that's all. Beautiful. Oh, AC, lovely. Mic. Very good. Okay. Lovely. Next. Water. Okay. Oh, there also beautiful. Correct. She was able to see the conversation of others. Okay. Lovely. Good. Anybody? What about you, madam? Were able to experience? Okay. Yes, sir. Good. Here all depends upon your priority, somebody said. I may not have heard, for example, like a waterfalls or whatever it may be. My concentration will be my type of a imagination. This is called as a mapping. You ask any brilliant people like 90% and above, 85% and above, 80% above, What they do is called, I'm sure most of you might have been doing it, but they do more. Rehearsal yourself, question answer in the mind mapping. Before I could come here, I should practice not less than 20 times, 40 times. What type of subject I had got to talk, what is that I can impress, what is that I can eliminate, I had to have a practice. I was standing with one of the musical great artist, Yesudas, from Kerala. He was next to me. He used to use the restroom nearly every 10 minutes he used to go. I was shocked to ask him. I asked him only one question, what made you, sir, to go? He said only one reply. You go to the restroom, open the door itself will tell you. The echo was coming. Can you imagine? Practice, practice, practice. Nothing comes without practice, let me tell you. The masters today, the great, including our HN, he used to be in a general talk, very next 1 minute or 2 minutes, he used to take nuclear physics for us. Can you imagine? But when I asked the question, HN ಹೇಳೋರು ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ನಾನು ಮೈಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. That is brilliant. Yes, madam. Listening and no excuse for all LRSW. You got to read, you got to speak, you got to write and write and write. As many times you write, you will be the master of that. Between me and my wife, she is a gold medalist. Yeah, no. She used to write not less than 20 times before she writes final. So all depends upon your intensity of concentration. Can you imagine? Your concentration of reading, writing, practice, not once, twice, till you are very much perfect. You cannot leave the subject. Most important for you to score marks is the love. Belongingness. You should own the responsibility of loving. That's all I said. Nothing else. Once your attachment is good, your belonging is good, your preparation is good, result must be good. Nothing else.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights. So the session was very interesting and very interactive. I hope everyone enjoyed the session. So, dear students, if you have any queries, you can ask now. Any questions?
ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನವರೊಂದು ಇದೇ ಥರದ ಸಭೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳದೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನೀವು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನೀನಾದ್ರು ಕೇಳಪ್ಪ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆನೂ ಕೇಳದೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಈ ವಾಲಲ್ಲಿ ನೀನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥನೂ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗದೆ ಇರೋ ಥರ ನೀನು ಹೇಳಿದಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. So I personally feel you should have some type of a question with you. It doesn't matter. If you don't want to ask here, I'll give my number 98453 26787. Make a note. You can give a call to me anytime you want. See, all the subject which was related to student may not be very sensible for us. It all depends upon how you really involve yourself. More you personalize and involve, the subject becomes very interesting. So 98 453 267 87. As I said in the morning, introduction, I am basically a counselor. I do light of psychological counseling as well as the family and the career counseling we do. So it will be in the group or individual. Whenever you are free, you say you are from National College, my time is with you. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Let me conclude the session. It's my pleasure to introduce vote of thanks. Firstly, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. K Damodar. The knowledge and skills you have shared with us are valuable, and we are truly grateful for your time and effort. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and being with us. I thank our management, our secretary, Sri Venkat Shiva Reddy sir, NES of Karnataka, for all your support. A special thanks to Professor Sucharita Chandra. Yeah. Yes, definitely, sir.
ಗುಡ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್. ನೀವು ಈ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಫೋರಮ್ಮು ಯಾವಾಗ ಎಸ್ಟಾಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? 1962 Dr.H. ನರಸಿಂಹಯ್ಯ ಅವರು ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಫೋರಮ್ಮು ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ದೀಪಾವಳಿ, ಯುಗಾದಿ, ಹಬ್ಬ ಗಿಬ್ಬ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಬೇಡ ನಮ್ಮ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 1962 ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಮೇಡಮ್ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು 2945 ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಈ ಹಾಲಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈಗ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಕೂತಿರೋ ಹಾಲು ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಮುಂಚೆ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದು 5-6 ವರ್ಷದ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಆಗಿ ಈಗ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಂತೆಂಥ ಅವರು ಬಂದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ನೋಬಲ್ ಲಾರೆಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಷಣ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರದ್ದು ಲಿಸ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಅದು CNR ರಾವ್ ಅವರು ಇದು ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಸ್ರೋ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸಲ್ಲೂ, ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದಿದೆ. ಇದರ ಒಂದು ಏನು 1962 ನಾವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೆಂಪೇಗೌಡ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ತಾನೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಫೋರಮ್ಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು 15 days ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ರಿಸೀವ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ದಿ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಫೋರಮ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಅಸ್ 5 lakhs rupees ಡೊನೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೆಂಪೇಗೌಡ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ಇದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು, ನಾವು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಟೈಡ್ ಅಪ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಇದನ್ನು ಅಮೆರಿಕಾದಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಒರಾಕಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಯವರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಗೂಗಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಯವ್ರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಆ್ಯಪಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಯವ್ರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರ ಹತ್ರನೂ ಟೈಅಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಇನ್ನು ಮುಂದೆ ಏನು ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಹಾಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಏನು ನಮ್ಮದು ಮಲ್ಟಿಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಹಾಲ್ ಇದೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಎನಿವೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಇದು ಕನೆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಹೊಸ ಆವಿಷ್ಕಾರಗಳು ತರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಬಂದರೆ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಕ್ಚರಾಗಿ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಆನ್ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಾವು ಜಯನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ತಾನೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಅವರು ವಿಜಯ್ ಬಾಬು ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದ್ದರು, ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಗುರುರಾಜ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರು ಈಸ್ ದ ವೈಸ್ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಆಫ್ ಒರಾಕಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ, ಈಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿ. ನಾನು ಈಗ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋರೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿಸ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ದಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದೆಮ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಫ್ಲೋರಿಡಾ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ, ಹಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ, ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾನ್ಫರ್ಡ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಟೀಚಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನಿಮಗೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಏನು ಈ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಇದು ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದರ ಒಂದು ಮುಂದೆ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಮೊನ್ನೆ ತಾನೇ ರೀಸೆಂಟಾಗಿ ಆಲ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ನಮ್ಮ AICT ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಟಿ ಸೀತಾರಾಮ್ ಅವರು ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಏನು ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲೇಜು ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಆದರೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಸುಧಾಕರ್ ಅವರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ದರ್ ಆಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಾಸ್ಟೆಲಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದು ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ. ಅವ್ರ ವಿಷಸ್ಸಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಕೂಡ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, BCA MCA ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, MBA ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಎಲ್ಲನೂ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಈಗ ಜಯನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಸಾಲದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು MCA ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅಪ್ರೂವಲ್ ಲೆಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ MCA ಕೂಡ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಏನು ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಒಂದು ಈವನ್ ವಿ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಟೈ ಅಪ್ ವಿತ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫರ್ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರೋವಂಥದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಇನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಆದರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ ಟು ಯು. ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಈಗ ಹಿಂದೆ ಈ ವ್ಯವಸಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀವಿ ಅವು ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಏನಿದ್ರು ಜಾಬ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜನ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ಗೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ನೋ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್. ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಚೈನಾದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಅಮೇರಿಕಾದಲ್ಲಾಗಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಡೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಜಪಾನವ್ರಿಗಾಗಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಜಾಬ್ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿ ಆಲ್ ಓವರ್ ದಿ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ಇಂಥದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರು ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರು ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೋದ್ರೆ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಎ ಜಾಬ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಯುಟಿಲೈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಇನ್ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲಿ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದು ಮಾತಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಯು ಹಿಯರ್ ಟು ದಿ ಲೆಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಒಳ್ಳೊಳ್ಳೆಯವ್ರನ್ನ ಕರೆಸ್ತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್. ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್ಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟಿಗಳು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಸುಚಿತ್ರಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರು ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ವೀಕ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಗಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರಮ್ದು. ಇನ್ನೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. Not only in Basingudi, you can also do it in Jayanagar. You want to do it in Bagepalli or Goribindar also can be done. This type of programs will be conducted for in the interest of our own students. Madana anta ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
Thank you, sir, for your great vision and all the support. I would like to thank Professor Sucharita Chandra, Secretary, Bangalore Science Forum. Your initiative and dedication have assured a smooth execution of the program. Thank you, madam. I also thank our principal and vice principal for their support. I would like to thank Professor Mamata, Principal, National College, Jayanagar, PU College, Jayanagar. I would like to thank all the participants, especially students, for your active participation. So your active participation made this event great success. Thank you one and all.